Hi, my name is Sharina binti Ibrahim. Today I want to talk about the Code of Ethics for Malaysian teacher. This code is very important because it helps teachers do their job properly and responsible. It also makes teaching better and help teachers stay disciplined. Teachers have duties not just to students but also to parents, the community and the nation. They are role models, so they influence how students think, feel, and behave. Besides teaching knowledge, teachers also help students grow good character and moral value. Following the code means teachers act honestly, fairly, and with integrity. In short, the Code of Ethics helps teachers guide students to be responsible, knowledge, and respectful. Thank you.
I will present about the scenario of ethical case study. The title of the scenario is Cheating During an Exam. A teacher saw a student secretly looking a small note during a test. The teacher must decide whether to report the students to school rules or give a warning and then allow the students to retake the test because it is the first offense. Cheating during an examination is a common ethical issue in a classroom. For teachers, this situation presents an ethical challenge in balancing disciplines and empathy. Teachers must take appropriate actions, such as reporting the incidents, to ensure fairness and uphold academic standards. A balanced approach that combines firm disciplinary action with supportive guidance is essential in promoting integrity and responsible behavior among students.
Hello, my name is Ramila binti Karib. Based on this scenario, there are two ethical issues that can be identified. The first ethical issue is academic integrity. In this scenario, the student is cheating during the exam by secretly looking at small note to get the answer. This behavior is considered dishonest and violates the rules of the examination. According to the Code of Ethics for Malaysian teachers, teachers must uphold honesty and integrity in the teaching and learning process. Therefore, the teacher should take appropriate action to ensure that academic integrity is maintained. The second ethical issue is fairness and equality treatment. Allow the student to retake the test without any consequences may be unfair to other students who followed the rules and completed the exam honestly. The Code of Ethics for Malaysian teachers stated that the teachers should treat all students fairly and equally. Therefore, the teacher must apply the same rules to every student while to guiding the student to learn from the mistake. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sharina binti Ibrahim. Today I want to talk about two important issues in teaching and the solution for them. The first issue is academic integrity. The solution is that the teacher can give the student a first warning and explain why cheating is wrong. The teacher can also show the student how to study properly and remind them to be honest during exam. If needed, the teacher can report the case to the school to make sure the exam is fair for everyone. The second issue is fairness and equal treatment. The solution is that the teacher should make sure all students are treated fairly. If the student can retake the test, it should follow school rule after warning. The teacher should handle the situation professional, guide the student, and remind them to take responsibility. This solution helps students learn from their mistakes and understand why honesty and fairness are so important.
The theme for our mini module is recycling. Recycling is an important environment practice that helps reduce waste and protect the environment. It involves collecting and transforming used materials such as paper, plastic, glass, and metal into new products instead of throwing them away. This theme is important because it helps students understand the importance of environment sustainability. Through learning about recycling, students can develop responsible attitudes and become more aware of how their daily action can affect the environment. By introducing this theme in the classroom, students are encouraged to practice recycling both at school and at home. This can help promote positive habits and create a cleaner and healthy environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, I am Nurhuda Syamin binti Hermi alias Harmi. My metric number is 260140631. Today I will be presenting about the learning objective for recycling. The first one is explain the meaning and importance of recycling. Students will be able to explain the meaning of recycling and why it is important for the environment. Recycling helps reduce waste, save natural resources, and keep our surroundings clean. Through this lesson, students can understand that recycling is one simple way to protect the earth. Second, identify different types of recyclable materials. Students will learn to identify different types of recyclable materials such as paper, plastic, glass, and metal. They will be shown an example of this material so they can recognize which items can be recycled in daily life. The last one is practice recycling habits through an activity. Students will practice recycling through a simple classroom activity. For example, they will sort different items into the correct recycling bins. This activity helps students understand recycling better and encourage them to practice it at school and at home. That's all from me. Thank you.
There are 6 steps of our activity plan. The first step is warm up. First, show students pictures of a clean park and polluted park. Then, ask simple question: which place looks better? Or which is the second place dirty? And emphasize on recycling means using all materials again instead of throwing them away. And then step 2 is introduce recyclable materials. Show real objects or flashcards of papers, plastic bottles, glass bottles, and metal cans. Then ask students to repeat the names after you. After that, explain that this item can be recycled to help the environment. After that, write the 4 categories on the board, such as paper, plastic, glass, and metal. After that, step 3 is demonstration. Firstly, Prepare 4 boxes that label paper, plastic, glass, and metal. Then show an item, for example, plastic bottle. Ask student, where should this plastic bottle go? Then put them into the correct box. Move on to step 4 is create a recycle craft. Firstly, teacher instructs students to select some recyclable materials from the boxes. Then secondly, work in groups to create a useful item using the recycled materials. After that is step 5, presentation. Firstly, teacher invites each group to present the recycled product to each other. Second, students present their work. Third, explain how the materials were used. Lastly is step 6, reflection. First, short discussion about the importance of recycling. Then, ask students what they learned from the activity. And third, students share their opinions and reflect on recycling activity.
Hello, I am Nurhuda Shamin binti Hermi alias Harmi. I will be presenting about the learning outcome. The learning outcome have 4. The first one is understanding recycling. Students will understand the meaning of recycling and why it's important to protect the environment. Second, identify recyclable material. Students will be able to identify recyclable materials such as paper, plastic, glass, and metal. Third, practice and awareness. Students will practice recycling activities and develop awareness about keeping the environment clean. The last one for the learning outcome is hands-on experience. Students will gain hands-on experience by creating crafts using recyclable material. That's all from me. Thank you.
Last but not least is the reflection. Ethical teaching plays an important role in supporting students' learning and shaping their attitudes and values. In the case study about cheating during an exam, the teacher faces a difficult decision such as honesty, fairness, and responsibility. By following ethical principles, the teacher can guide the students to understand that cheating is wrong while also helping the student learn from their mistake. This approach not only maintains academic integrity, but also teaches students the importance of honesty and accountability in their learning process. The recycling activity in the mini module also reflects ethical teaching because it encourages students to develop responsibility toward the environment. Just as the teacher promotes fairness and honesty in the classroom, while the recycling lesson teaches students to act responsibly in their daily life. Through activities such as sorting recyclable materials and creating recycled crafts, students become more aware of how their actions affect the environment. Lastly, both the case study and the recycling activity shows that ethical teaching goes beyond academic instruction. It helps students to develop good character, responsible behavior, and awareness of important social and environmental issues. Thank you.